everybody. Hi! It's Friday. It's not a Thursday, it's a Friday. I have a new microphone, so I don't know how the levels are going to be. So if I seem low right now, let me know. Or if it's too hot or whatever, let me know. We got a little bit of a delay in terms of comments, so hopefully I'll be able to jump in and do it. Hey, my name is George Hrab. Welcome to episode 9. Episode 9 of 13 songs, as is indicated by the sign right over there. How are we? How are we? Do we think we have sound? Can people...
Evo says it's too low.
It's too low? Well, if Evo says it's too low. 1, 2. I'm going to try to get a little bit better there. Again, I'm not playing tunage yet, but... Again, a little bit of new equipment. Hopefully it'll make it sound better once we get the levels dialed in and all happy. How's that? Does that seem better-ish? I'm going to start chatting.
Better, they're saying.
Better, they're saying. All right, you let us know if it's too much or too little or just right. This episode's theme is the 90s. It's the 90s. Did you live through the 90s? Do you remember the 90s? I was going to wear special clothes from the 90s, and then I realized that I pretty much still have all of my clothes from the 90s, so... I mean, this isn't, but still. There's no difference, really. Shoulders are a little bit wider on some jackets, but not that much of a difference. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Song number 1 is by Sheryl, and I used to play this tune in one of the very first cover bands I was in. Professionally, but I was a bass player for this band. It wasn't that great of a band, but we did a pretty good job with this tune, so I always liked this song. This is called Every Day is a Winding Road. It's from 1996, on her second album, which was eponymous. I hitched a ride with a vending machine repairman. He says he's been down this road more than twice. He was high on intellectualism. I've never been there, but the brochure looks nice. Jump in, let's go. Lay back, enjoy the show. Everybody gets high, everybody gets low. These are the days when anything goes. Every day is a winding road. Get a little bit closer. Every day is a faded sign. I get a little bit closer to feeling fine. He's got a daughter he calls Easter. She was born on a Tuesday night. I'm just wondering why I feel so all alone. Why I'm a stranger in my own life. Jump in, let's go. Lay back, enjoy the show. Everybody gets high, everybody gets low. These are the days when everything goes. Every day is a winding road. I get a little bit closer. Every day is a faded sign. Get a little bit closer. Every day is a winding road. I get a little bit closer. Every day is a faded sign. I get a little bit closer to feeling fine. I've been swimming in a sea of anarchy. I've been living on coffee and nicotine, and I've been wondering if all these things were ever real, were ever really happening, ever really happening. Every day is a winding road. I get a little bit closer. Every day is a faded sign. I get a little bit closer. Every day is a winding road. I get a little bit closer. winding road. Every day is a winding road. Every day is a winding road. From 1996, Sheryl Crow's Every Day is a Winding Road. Prince loved that song, and he actually covered it, but he had to change the lyrics in the third verse, where she says, I've been living on coffee and nicotine. He changed it to, I've been living on peppermints and herbal tea, I think he said. Something with herbal tea. But he changed the lyrics because he doesn't drink coffee and he doesn't smoke. And far be it from him singing about something he doesn't do. So, you know, if Prince got in touch with me and said, I want to do your songs, but I want to change all the words, number one, it'd be amazing because he's dead. And number two, I'd be totally fine with it. Song number 2. How's everybody doing? Can you believe we're 20 plus weeks into this little production? Oh, cheers, as ever. Today's drink is Wegmans Diet Grapefruit Cranberry combination. Yeah, grapefruit cranberry. It is so gosh darn delicious. It is so good and just so colorful and pretty and beautiful. Yay. Song number 2 comes to us from 1994 and a little band called Stone Temple Pilots. Getting into the flannel now, for real. Stone Temple Pilots had an album called Purple, and on that album was a song called Vaseline. And the thing about Vaseline, which I love, the song as well as, well, whatever, but the song Vaseline that I enjoy is the fact that there is a wonderful hemiola happening through the entire song. What the hell is a hemiola? Well, a hemiola is one time signature superimposed upon another, meaning that they line up every so often. So this has a lovely 3/4 hemiola. There's the main bass riff, which does this, which is in 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. But then the song is in 4, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it lines up every 6 bars, it lines up again, which is a challenge to sing over, but it's kind of fun. And so there's this lovely, so when Scott Weiland used to play this with his solo band, they didn't quite get it right. His guitarist couldn't quite do it, but it's really cool when it works, because you have this implied 3/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's really neat. Yeah, cool. This is from 1994, Vaseline. To me, what's real and what's for sale? Blew a kiss and tried to take it home. Isn't you, isn't me? Search for things that you can't see. Going blind, out of reach, somewhere in the Vaseline. 2 times and it has rendered me punch drunk and without bail. Think I'd be safer all alone. Flies in the Vaseline we are. Sometimes it blows my mind. Keep getting stuck here all the time. Isn't you, isn't me? Search for things that you can't see. Going blind, out of reach, somewhere in the Vaseline. You'll see the lies, you'll eat the lies, and you Flies in the Vaseline we are. Sometimes it blows my mind. Keep getting stuck here all the time. Flies in the Vaseline we are. Sometimes it blows my mind. Keep getting stuck here all the time. Flies in the Vaseline we are. Sometimes it blows my mind. Keep getting stuck here all the time. Flies in the Vaseline we are. Sometimes it blows my mind. Keep getting stuck here all the time. Flies in the Vaseline we are. Sometimes it blows my mind. Keep getting stuck here all the time. Flies in the Vaseline we are. Sometimes it blows my mind. Keep getting stuck here all the time. Flies in the Vaseline we are. Sometimes it blows my mind. Keep getting stuck here all the time. Flies in the Vaseline we are. Sometimes it blows my mind. Keep getting stuck here all the time. Flies in the Vaseline we are. Sometimes it blows my mind. Keep getting stuck here all the time. Flies in the Vaseline we are. Sometimes it blows my mind. Keep getting stuck here all the time. Flies in the Vaseline we are. Sometimes it blows my mind. Keep getting stuck here all the time. Flies in the Vaseline we are. Sometimes it blows my mind. Keep getting stuck here all the time. Flies in the Vaseline we are. Someti that you can't see, going blind, out of reach, somewhere in the Vaseline. Isn't that cool? 3 against 4. Hemiola. Hemiola. There's that famous guitarist, Al Hemiola. No, it's not. It's not that. But yeah, I always thought that was his name for the first 2 years that I knew of that person. Stone Temple Pilots. There we go. Song number 3 will be done on the piano. You can see the PayPal over there and the Venmo over there as well. As always, if you would like a PDF of my book, Spiritual Balance Through Colonic Regularity, let me know. Any donation gets that if you'd like it. And if you'd like a mixtape, which is my 3.5 hour plus a thumb drive that comes in a cassette box, leave me $31 and I will mail one to you anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. Sound is okay? We seem to be okay?
Yeah, there was a little hum earlier on, but Evo and I were talking and it's okay.
I'd love a little hum, but it's all right. Okay, song number 3, I'm sneaking this one in. It's a little bit of a cheat. It's a little bit of a cheat, but technically it's correct. This is by the Beatles, and they released an album in 1994 called Anthology 1. And on Anthology 1 was a new Beatles song. It's called Free as a Bird. This was based on a John Lennon composition that he recorded on piano. He recorded piano and voice into a little cassette recorder, and Yoko Ono gave that to Paul and George and Ringo, and Jeff Lynne from ELO was the producer. And in 1993, not having Pro Tools, not having the digital manipulation that is available today, they took that tape and they kind of evened it out and did some stuff to it and did some magical things with it, and ended up having a song that I actually really, really love. I love this song. I think it's wonderful. It's ghostly. John's voice is kind of, they couldn't have planned it better if they had wanted to make the impact of this kind of ghostly voice from beyond singing this song. So, from Anthology 1, and the chords are actually really cool too. It sounds like it's a simple song, but there's actually some really neat things happening chordally, which I won't get into, but hit me up and we'll talk about it at some point. This is Free as a Bird. It's the next best thing to be free as a bird. Home and dry, like a hummingbird I fly, like a bird on wings. Whatever happened to the life that we once knew? Can we really live without each other? Did we lose the touch that seemed to mean so much? Always made me feel so free as a bird. It's the next best thing to be free as a bird. Whatever happened to the life that we once knew? Always made me feel so free. really neat. Sort of, you have this setup for a repeated kind of thing where the melody's the same, but he doesn't repeat the chords. They change. It's really neat. It's really, really cool. From 1995, Free as a Bird. Free as a Bird. I was working at Moravian College at the time when that came out, and a Beatles fan, a John Lennon fan, who was a coworker of mine, heard it and came up and said, "Can you believe that stupid bridge in Free as a Bird? That's so Paul McCartney. It's so Paul McCartney. That whole, whatever happened to the life that we once knew?" But it turns out John wrote that part. And so I said, "Have you heard the real demo?" Which I had a copy of the real demo because I was a crazy Beatles fan. And she was like, "Oh," which was very exciting. To be like, "No, John wrote that. Hello." Number 4? My goodness. Like any good collection of 90s songs, we're going to go from the Beatles, who had a white album, to a band that had a black album. And this is a song from the black album by a band called Metallica. This is Enter Sandman from 1991. 1991. This song started out the decade. This was their album that premiered at #1 out of nowhere. I had never really known of Metallica, and all of a sudden I was reading Billboard and it was like, Metallica has the #1 album? What? This is based around a riff that Kirk Hammett wrote, and this is something that I always keep in mind when I'm writing riffs. Kirk Hammett wrote this riff. Lars Ulrich, the drummer, said, repeat that first part 3 times before you go to that second part. So it ended up being like this. Which is so much cooler. It's a great riff. But you add that stuff in the beginning and it gives this amp, this build-up, this wonderful build-up. This song originally, it's about a sort of a father singing to his son to console him about nighttime, but he's actually freaking the kid out because the kid's thinking about Sandman, and the Sandman's gonna come and like put sand in my eyes, and that's freaking the kid out, which is really cool. Originally, the song was going to be much darker, about sudden infant death syndrome and kids dying in their sleep. And Bob Rock, who was the producer at the time, to his credit, said like, maybe we should pull back the baby's dying thing. Let's pull that back a little bit, make it a little more general appeal. It can still be pretty dark, which it still is, but let's pull it back. So to Bob Rock's credit, this has one of the greatest build-ups of all time. It's like almost 2 minutes of just build-up before the verse starts, like a minute 30. But here it is from 1991, the Black Album, also called Metallica, None More Black, which they did because of, by the way, they did because of Spinal Tap. They made their album Solid Black because of Spinal Tap. How great is that? This is Enter Sandman. Sleep with one eye open, clutching your pillow tight. Exit light, enter night. Take my hand, off to Never Never Land. Something's wrong, shut the light, heavy thoughts tonight, and they aren't Snow White. Dreams of war, dreams of lies, dreams of dragon fire, and of things that will bite. Sleep with one eye open, clutching your pillow tight. lay me down to sleep. Pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I die before I wake, pray the Lord my soul to take. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Never mind that noise you heard. It's just the beast under your bed, in your closet, in your head. Enter lights, exit line, grain of sand. Exit lights, enter nights. Take my hand, off to Never Never Land. Fun riff. It's a really fun riff to play. But that build up in the front of it, oh my God. It's like, ugh. Lars Ulrich said he was trying to channel Charlie Watts from the Rolling Stones while he was playing drums on that thing, to try to make it as simple and grooving as possible. So he had, in the back of his mind, he had, what would Charlie Watts play if he was in Metallica? Pretty cool. Okay, moving along. I'm going to take this instrument out for a second here, and let's see if I can do this right. Let's see. Oh, song number 5 is from 1998, and this contains a sample from a song called He's the Greatest Dancer, which was originally done by a band called Sister Sledge. And Sister Sledge, in its later incarnations, had a guitarist that played with him called Mark Walsh. And Mark Walsh was in the very first professional band that I joined, Vital Link. He was the guitarist in that band when I joined. Mark unfortunately died last year. He passed away very early. He was only mid-50s. But he was the guitarist in Sister Sledge when they would go do tours of Japan and stuff. He would always tell us amazing stories about Sister Sledge. So this song uses a sample from He's the Greatest Dancer. Let me get that going if I can. If I can here. That. Of course, it's Will Smith from Big Willie Style in 1998. This is called Getting Jiggy With It. On your mark, ready, set, let's go. Dance floor pro, I know, you know, I go psycho with my new joint hit. Just can't quit, gotta get jiggy with it. That's it, honey, honey, come ride. DKNY, all up in my eye. You got a Prada bag with a lot of stuff, and then give it to your friend, let's spin. Everybody looking at me dance the kid. You with this handsome kid. Then you're the damn, just stick a just give me your body. I don't bite it, it's for the look. I don't let it. Ill with the Emmy on it instead of play. Give it up, jiggy, make it feel like foreplay. Yo, my car, yo, it's infinite. Big Willie Styles all in it, getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. You wanna ball with the kid, or watch your step, you might fall. Try to do what I did, mama, mama, come closer. In the middle of the club with the rubber dub. No love for the haters, mad cause we got floor seats at the Lakers. See me on the 50-yard line with the Raiders. Met Ali, he told me I'm the greatest. I got the fever for the flavor of a crowd pleaser. DJ play another from the Elements show. Highness, only bad checks riding my way. South to the west, to the east, to the north. Bump my head, so watch you go off, I go off. Yes, yes, y'all, you don't stop. In the winter or the summertime, makes it hot. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. 850 IS if you need a lift. Who's a kid in the drop? Who else? Will Smith. Living that life, some consider a myth. Rock us out street to 1-2-5. Women used to tease me, give it to me now nice and easy. Since I move up like George and Weezy, green to the maximum, you be asking them, would you like a bounce with the brother that's platinum? Never see Will exacting them, rather play ball with shouting her, flatten her. Ha, I thought I took a spill, but I didn't trust the lady of my life. She hit her with the drop top and the ribbon. Crib from my mom on the outskirts of Philly. You trying to flex on me? Don't be silly. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. Jiggy with it. I used to do that with the funk band and had a very fun time. It's a very, very funky, fun kind of thing. There's 9 people that are credited with the songwriting for that, by the way. So, what is up?
Randy from Beatnik Turtle said, not an easy song to do, lots of words.
Oh.
And Rice says, like, when do you play bass? Is there nothing you can't?
Please. Hi, Rice. Hi. Okay. Jumping ahead, back into flannel for song number 6. One of my personal favorites. This is in drop D. The saddest of all dropped. Now, this song is from 1996 from a band called Soundgarden, which has the greatest singer, arguably, of all time in rock and roll. And this particular tune has a rhythmic thing that happens in it that I've been trying to figure out how to notate for almost 20 years. Right, 96, yeah, for almost 20 years I've been trying to figure out how to notate this thing. I can play it, I understand what's happening rhythmically, but it's impossible to notate. Here's what's happening. In the middle of this tune, this song is called Pretty Noose. The song is called Pretty Noose. And there's a moment in this song where a quarter note triplet is played. But instead of 6 notes of a quarter note triplet being played over 2 bars, only 5 notes are played. Okay, I'm going to try to quickly explain this and why this is so perplexing to me. If you have your bars like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you were to have a quarter note, or an eighth note rather, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and that's an eighth note, right? 2 and 3 and 4 and. If you were to have an eighth note triplet, it would be like this. There'd be sets of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What the band does is they take a eighth note triplet figure, but they only play 5 out of the 6 eighth notes. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. So that bar is a little bit shorter, right? So you get the bar before it, which has 6 beats in it. This bar only has 5 of those triplets in it, and the next one has 6 again. But you think like, okay, what's the big deal? Well, the big deal is there's no way to notate that. You have to do equivalencies and stuff like that because it's not a quintuplet. Someone said, oh no, they're playing a quintuplet, which you can do. A quintuplet has 5 beats in it and 5 beats over the space of that same bar, meaning that the length of that bar is equal to this bar before and the bar after. But it's not, because you can do this. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? That's triplets. But you could also do a quintuplet of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, right? That's not what they're doing. They're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. If anyone out, Randy, if you can notate this for me, it'll make me sleep at night better. It'll make me better sleep at night. It'll better make me sleep at night. It's awesome. It's awesome what they do. And unfortunately, when they would play it live, they would do it more like a quintuplet. But the coolest thing to me is that as you had this 1, 2, 3, 4, because you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 would be what what you think it should be, but it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. And you feel how that bar is like a little bit shorter? It's so cool. Here it is from down on the upside. If I can hit the notes, it'll be something else. Pretty Noose. I caught the moon today, pick it up and throw it away, alright. I got the perfect steel, clean the love with a dirty feel, alright. Fall out and take the bait, eat the fruit and kiss the snake goodnight. Pretty, hey, and I don't like what you've got me hanging from. Let your motor race, pick it up and get this mother gone. Out from and far away, the wooden stake, this thing has got me on. Diamond rope, silver chain, pretty nooses, pretty pain, and I don't like what you've got me hanging from. No, I don't like what you've got me hanging from. Chain, pretty nooses, pretty pain, and I don't care what you got, I don't care what you need, I don't want anything, and I don't like what you've got me hanging from. No, I don't like what you've got me hanging from. No, I don't like what you've got me hanging from. What you got me hanging from. No, I don't like what you've got me hanging from. Yeah! You see what I'm saying? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. It's the coolest thing in the world. It is the coolest thing in the world. When I first heard that, I was just like, wait, what? And I've never heard another band do that. In all the prog that I listen to and all the weird stuff, that, even classical music, I've never heard a tuple. You could do like 7, let's say. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. You could do that too. You could extend it or make it shorter. I've never heard someone do that. Use a triplet, only certain parts of it to have a new downbeat. It is great. I'm sure someone will email me 35 examples of such, but that's fine. Moving on. Song number. Are we good? Everybody happy? Things are okay in the room with the deal and the stuff. Don't forget, $5 makes a difference. $8 makes a difference. Some of you are very creative with your donations, which I so appreciate. 666. Someone did my birthday once, which is great. 608, which is great. So yeah, I appreciate that very, very much. So again, PayPal, Venmo, blah. Here's a song from the band XTC. I don't get to do this very often, and I wanted to do it unapologetically. This is a song that I performed at the second ever Geologic Orchestra concert back in 1995. Steve Pramatic played piano, and now I'm going to humbly try to play piano and do it. This is off their album called Nonsuch, and this is called Rook. from your book? Who murders who, and where is the treasure hid? Crow, crow, spillo, you know. Say, is that my name on the bell? Rook, rook, gaze in the brook. If there's a secret, can I be part of it? Crow, crow, before I let go. Say, is that my name on the bell? Soar up high, it's the semaphore and the washing lines. Break the code of the whispering chimneys and traffic signs. What's the message that's written under the base of clouds? Plans eternal, I know you know, so don't blurt out loud. Rook, rook, by hook or by crook, I'll make you tell me what this whole thing's about. Crow, crow, why can't you show if that's my name on the bell? On the wings of night I fly to above field and stream, my head bursting with knowledge till awake from the dream. If I die and I find that I had a soul inside, promise me that you take it up on its final ride. Rook, rook, gaze in the brook. If there's a secret, can I be part of it? Crow, crow, before I let go. Say, is that my name on the bell? Is that my name on the bell? Written by Andy Partridge. Beautiful tune. Beautiful tune. From Nonsuch, 1992. If you're unfamiliar with XTC and their albums Nonsuch and Oranges and Lemons, go get them now, because they're awesome. They're absolutely awesome. Okay. Number 8. From 1996. This is a song which, this was this band's premiere record. Band, I use that word loosely. This was this group's first record, and this was their second single, I believe, which I liked more than the first single. I liked the first single very much, but I liked the second single even more. Their first single was Tell Me What You Want. Their second single was Say You'll Be There. This is, of course, off of the album Spice by the Spice Girls. And I just like this tune. A couple things about this song. There's a line which they stole lyrically and melodically from George Michael. Wholehearted, just like stole it. Picked it up, put it in the tune. There it is. Whatever, it's fine. The guy that played harmonica on Karma Chameleon, the Culture Club song, plays harmonica on this song. His name is Judd Lander. That's kind of fun. And this tune actually has some really interesting chords. We are in the key of C. But the very first chord that happens in the verse is a minor 6 chord, A minor, which is not a big deal. You'll always have like minor 6 chords, but usually it'll be after you play the 1 chord, something like pretty Noose tuning. C, A minor, G, C, something like that, you know? But the verse starts on A minor. And then we don't go back to the C chord, we don't go back to the 1 chord, we go to a 2-7. The 2 chord should be like a diminished or a half diminished. But it's not, it's just a 7 chord. And then, instead of going to F major, it goes to F minor. It's like, what? It's just so cool. Like you would expect the tune to kind of be like, but it's not. It does this. It's really, really cool. And there's one note in this song, the first time I heard it, that I thought, I like this song because of that note. And it's in the chorus. This note is so cool because it's out of the key. Because normally this should be an F major chord, and it's not an F major chord. They're playing an F minor chord. Boop, beep, beep, beep. I heard that note and I was like, that's really cool. I like that better than Wannabe. And I like Wannabe a lot. Zigga zigga. But still, here it is from the album Spice. This is Say You'll Be There. Giving you everything, all the joy can bring, this I swear. Last time we had this conversation, I decided we should be friends. But now we're going around in circles, tell me when will this deja vu ever end? Now you tell me that I'm falling in love, well I never thought that that would be. Take it easy, throwing far too much emotions at me. But any fool can see they're falling. I gotta make you understand. I'm giving you everything, all the joy can bring, this I swear. And all that I want from you is the promise you will be there. Say you will be there. Won't you sing it with me? If you put two and two together, you will see what our friendship is for. Oh, if you can't work this equation, then I guess I'll have to show you the door. There is no need to say you love me. It would be better left unsaid. I'm giving you everything, all that joy can bring, this I swear. And all that I want from you is the promise you will be there. I'm giving you everything, all the joy can bring, this I swear. And all that I want from you is the promise you will be there. I'll give you everything on this, I swear. Just promise you'll always be there. I'm giving you everything, all the joy can bring, this I swear. And all that I want from you is the promise you will be there. From the album Spice, 1996, Say You'll Be There. That's fun to sing harmony on that one. It's really fun. Number nine, we go back to flannel and to an obscure little band that had very little impact on the music industry or the 90s in general, called Nirvana. Now the band Nirvana. This is a tune from 1992 from their Nevermind album. It wasn't their first record officially, but it was their breakthrough record. And it's a tune called In Bloom. And there's a couple things about this. This is a song that they're singing, that Kurt Cobain is singing to the fans he doesn't want. They recognize that all of a sudden at their gigs, it went from being solemn, sad people to like jocks. And they couldn't understand why jocks were coming to their gigs because they were playing this loud rock music, and they didn't want jocks in their audience. So Kurt kind of wrote this. You know, he's the one who likes our pretty songs. He likes to sing along. He likes to shoot his gun, but he don't know what it means. That's about their fans saying like, you shouldn't be enjoying this because this is about This is about you being bullies and stuff like that. So, but what's wonderful about this tune is it's so modal. It is such a strangely modal song. Right? So we're in B flat. The verses are basically that sort of in B flat. But then in the chorus, you get this very strange juxtaposition of B flat and G major. It's like we're in this new key all of a sudden. So we're in this kind of minor-y feeling thing. And then in the chorus, all of a sudden, it's so out. The key is so weird. It sort of changes keys twice or not, depending on how you're looking at it. But regardless, I love this tune. This is called In Bloom. Sell the kids for food, where the change is moved. Spring is here again. Yeah, just interrupt me. Don't let me keep going. If it's frozen, that's just like totally interrupt. Is audio still there? There we go. There we go. Was audio still there or no? We don't know. Was audio there or not? I was wondering. Did you hear any of that? Did you hear any of that? Oh, damn it. I'm gonna do one more chorus. He's the one who likes all our pretty songs, and he likes to sing along, and he likes to shoot his gun. But he don't know what it means. He don't know what it means when I say In Bloom from Nirvana. I hope you caught some of that. I think they caught some of that, maybe? Okay, they caught some of that. That's good. That's good. Yay. We're at song number 10. Just randomly said not connected, so sorry about that. I am gunning for a major gear overhaul very soon, so I'm hoping all these problems will be gone very soon. We're gonna get some. This next tune, number 10, is from 1992. This is from a band called Blind Melon. And another sad story, another singer that dies of a drug overdose, Shannon Hoon is the guy's name. He died of an overdose in '95. He recorded a wonderful version of 3 is a Magic Number. If you can ever find that, it's actually really, really fun and really cool. It was on some compilation. I think the whole band, all of Blind Melon, recorded a 3 is a Magic Number. It's really lovely. It's very bittersweet knowing how he passed away. What's cool is, you know, the video for, this is No Rain, obviously. This is the song called No Rain. And there's a very fun video which has a girl in a bee costume, because on the album's cover there was a girl in a bee costume. Well, on the album's cover, it's the drummer's sister from when she was a kid. It was from 1975. They had an open casting call and they found a girl who looked exactly like the drummer's sister from 1975. They the casting directors, their jaws dropped as she walked in because she looked exactly like the guy's sister. So that album, the video and the album cover were not done together. They were 2 different people separated by 20 years almost, I guess. Yeah, very, very cool. So this is a fun song, a bittersweet song, knowing especially what happened to Shannon. This is called No Rain. All I can say is that my life is pretty plain. not sane. I just want someone to say to me, oh, I'll always be there when you wake, yeah. You know I like to keep my cheeks dry today, yeah. So stay with me and I'll have it made. And I don't understand why I sleep all day, and I start to complain when there's no rain. And all I can do is read a book to stay awake, and it rips my life away, but it's a great escape. Escape, escape, escape. It's not sane. It's not sane. I just want someone to say to me, I'll always be there when you wake up. You know I like to keep my cheeks dry today, so stay with me and I'll have it made. So stay with me. Sleep all day, and I start to complain when there's no rain. Blind Melon? Yeah. Blind Melon. From, what was that, 96? 92, my gosh. 92, oh, wait. Only been 9 episodes. I don't know how the counter works. Hope you're all having a fun time. This next tune was not a hit in the 90s, but it's from the 90s. Not that all these are hits either, but it's from the 90s, and I like this song. This is from another obscure band called Pink Floyd. They had an album in 1994 called The Division Bell. And Roger Waters, who was a member of Pink Floyd up until 1980 or 81, is kind of known as the dark guy. He writes the dark tunes that are all mad. He famously spit into the audience during a concert during the Animals tour, and that led to him writing The Wall, because he was so upset with someone in the audience, he spit at him. And he caught himself, Roger Waters did, and he said, this person's paying a ticket to come see me perform, and I'm so mad at him that I'm actually spitting at him. What is going on? How do I get to this point? He ended up writing The Wall, which is a very dark thing. Well, on The Division Bell, there's a song called What Do You Want From Me, which I think is also pretty damn dark. Speaking of Nirvana writing a song for their fans, in a way, this is the boys in Pink Floyd, Dave Gilmour at the time, kind of leading that particular lineup of Pink Floyd in a pretty dark tune, saying to his audience, what do you want from me? So check out these words, and it's interesting. This is from The Division Bell, 1994, What Do You Want From Me? As you look around this room tonight, settle in your seats, dim the lights. Do you want my blood? Do you want my tears? What do you want? What do you want from me? Should I sing until I can't sing anymore? Play these strings till my fingers are raw. You're so hard to please. What do you want from me? Do you think that I know something you don't know? If I don't promise you the answers, would you go? Should I stand out in the rain? You want me to make a daisy chain for you? I'm not the one you need. What do you want from me? You can have anything you want. You can drift, you can dream, you can walk on water. Anything you want. You can own everything you see. Sell your soul for complete control. Is that really what you need? You can lose yourself this night. See inside, there is nothing to hide. Turn and face the light. What do you want from me? Shall I play these strings till my fingers are raw? I love it. And that song is neat because it like goes to a bridge and never leaves the bridge. This whole, you can have anything you want. New chords, new melody, and it just sort of stays there until the very end. It's really neat. From the Division Bell, that was What Do You Want From Me? Moving on to song number 12. I'm using a capo. Only because the guys that did this used a capo, and to make it sound somewhat close to the way they did it, I'm going to use a capo. If you don't know what this basically pretends to be the end of the guitar. It's a little spring thing. This is called a capo. And I don't like these things usually because it feels like it provides for homogenization. Because when you play a D chord, let's say, down here, that's a certain voicing. And if you use a capo, and let's say you want that to be an E, you do this, same shape, and now it's an E, but the voicing is the same, and so it leads to homogenization of chord voicing. So it's like, But the band Barenaked Ladies used it in this song, and they use a lot of capos, and I forgive them because they're awesome, and it's fun. This is a song off of an album called Born on a Pirate Ship from 1997. This is called The Old Apartment, and for years I wasn't quite sure who the singer was singing to. Was he singing to an ex? Was he singing to people that live in the apartment that he used to live in? Because it's this person going back to his old apartment and being upset that they've changed things. But there's this line in the bridge, sort of, that, you know, we bought an old house. She loves me and her body keeps me warm. So I'm like, is it an ex? Is he singing to an ex? Well, I hunted around, and Ed Robertson from the band said this: people think it's a disgruntled ex-partner breaking into the apartment to mess with the current relationship of his ex, but it's actually about the building. The couple has moved on together, and the guy is going back and he's pissed off that people have changed this place that is special to him. So the anger comes from, hey, this was my home, why did you mess it up by changing all these things? So that's what it's about. A lot of people think it's about an ex relationship, but it's actually about an ex abode. So he's singing to the house, he's singing to the building. Very cool. From 1997, Born on a Pirate Ship, this is The Old Apartment. Broke into the old apartment, 42 steps from the street. Crooked landing, crooked landlord, narrow laneway filled with crooks. This is where we used to live. Why did they pave the lawn? Why did they change the locks? Why did I have to break in? I only came here to talk. This is where we used to live. How is the neighbor downstairs? How is her temper this year? I turned up your TV and stomped on the floor just for fun. I know we don't live here anymore. We bought an old house on the Danforth. She loves me and her body keeps me warm. I'm happy there, but this is where we used to live. Broke into the old apartments, tore the phone out of the wall. Only memories, fading memories, blending into a dull tableau. I want them back. I want them back. I want them back. Broke into the old apartments. I want them back. This is where we used to live. I want them back. Broke into the old apartments. This is where we used to live. Barenaked Ladies. I think that was kind of their first hit in America. I think it charted somewhat. And then of course they had If I Had $1 Million, and One Week was their huge hit, and they're still doing stuff. And they had, I think, their most successful and most, oddly enough, the thing that made them the most green was, can you guess? The theme to Big Bang Theory. Yeah. Amen for TV royalties, residuals. We saw them here in Bethlehem a couple years ago. It was so fun. It was such a great show. JP and Kira and who else?
Oh, Paul.
Paul was there as well. So yeah, that was fun. And which brings us to song 13. My gosh! Here we are. Let me make sure I'm good. Here's a song which, just on my podcast this week, I talked about bands that hate their hits, and this is an example of a band that hated their hit, and they hated to play it, and sometimes they wouldn't even play it. It's a 2-minute and 12-second song, and they wouldn't play it. Weird, right? Weird, right? I love this tune. I love this tune. There was a story, and I don't know because I couldn't confirm this, but there's a story that this is about a guy singing to a woman in a wheelchair. The song is by the band Amitri. It's from the album called Twisted, and this is called Roll to Me. Now, I heard that, I forget where I heard that, but the idea is that, you know, he sees this woman dealing with a jerk, and he's like, when you're done with that jerk, come roll to me. I couldn't confirm it on the web. I tried to find sources that could confirm that story. I'm going to have that story be true for me just because I love that story. But the band hated this tune. I love this song. It's a sweet little confection of a song, and I wanted to play it a little bit different and end the night with this. So this is from the album Twisted, and this was their only hit. This is Amitri and Roll to Me. Around the world, pretty baby, is it everything you hoped it would be? The wrong guy, the wrong situation, the right time to roll to me. some nameless need? Is there something wrong and you can't put your finger on it? Right then, roll to me. And I don't think I have ever seen a soul so in despair. So if you want to talk the night through, guess who will be there? So don't try to deny it, pretty baby. You've been down so long you can hardly see. When the engine's stalled and it won't stop running, baby, right time, roll to me. And I don't think I have ever seen a soul so in despair. So if you want to talk the night through, guess who will be there? Oh, look around the world, pretty baby. Is it everything you hoped it would be? The wrong guy, the wrong situation, the right time to roll, the right time to roll, the right time to roll to me. Episode 9 of 13 Songs, the 90s, is done. Thank you for tuning in. If you'd like to donate something, please donate. That makes me very, very happy. Keep washing your hands. Keep wearing a mask, please. Episode 10, I think, episode 10 will be songs with awesome bridges. Songs that have awesome bridges. I am a bridge man. I love songs that have bridges. And it's kind of a lost art. So it's going to be 13 songs that feature some of the best bridges. That's going to be episode number 10. Our 10th anniversary is popping right along. Thank you for listening. Thanks to Ms. Info, as ever, for doing their diligent Ms. Info work. Thanks for Kiki for helping out as well. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon, okay? Be good to each other. Check on your neighbors. I'll talk to you soon. Oh, check out my Ringo video, by the way. I made a lovely video about Ringo Starr. If you haven't seen it yet, just jump back one video and check it out and share it with any people that you may think would like to enjoy it. It's all about how Ringo Starr is a genius. Okay, I'll be in touch soon. Have a good weekend. Bye, everybody. Bye, Evo. Bye, Dan Oak. Bye, Ray Ray. Bye, everybody. Thanks, Jason. Thanks, Randy. Thanks, Daniel. Thanks, Ambulositas. Bye, sir. Thank you. Bye.
Sneaky home.
Sneaky home. No. I know the vid's on. That's why I'm saying goodbye. Goodbye.